Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at McFarlane, The New Adventures of Batman, Commissioner Gordon. The New Adventures of Batman is a cartoon show from the 70s, not to be confused with The New Batman Adventures, which is a cartoon show from the 90s. And it's sort of in the same universe as the 66 TV show. Adam West and Burt Ward voiced both Batman and Robin. McFarlane has made this 66 line for a long time, and this particular wave is from the 70s cartoon. Now, they couldn't make a Commissioner Gordon for the TV show, as there's some legal issues with the actor's likeness, so this is sort of their way to circumvent this. Now, he looks pretty much the same as from the TV show, so it works to fill in either collection, and I appreciate that they do that sometimes. They did that with Batgirl as well, made her based off the comics. I've been looking forward to this Commissioner Gordon for a very long time. There's still a ton more stuff they can do from the TV show, so I hope they're not done with the TV show, moving on to the cartoon and other things, but time will tell. Really cool and interesting thing about this Commissioner Gordon, he comes with a little Bat-Mite pack-in figure, and that is awesome. Talk about an obscure Bat character, and technically part of the Bat family. I pre-ordered this guy from the McFarlane toy store, and even though it took them absolutely forever to ship my bundle, it finally arrived today. Took advantage of the bundle discount and the coupon code, and I think I paid less than retail even after shipping and taxes. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, DC, McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus, The New Adventures of Batman. Here's Commissioner Gordon and his accessory, Bat-Mite, although that's a whole nother character. On the back, Adventures of Batman, Commissioner Gordon, here's the Batmobile, the Batcave, and here is his barcode if that helps anybody. So with no further ado, let's open him up. And of course, I did get two of these Commissioner Gordon figures, one of which to open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman and related unopened action figure collection. And I did get the entire wave from the McFarlane toy store. Like I said before, took advantage of the bundle discount and the coupon code, and then after shipping and taxes, it brought them down to about $16.50 a figure. So cheaper than retail, and didn't even have to leave the front door. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He doesn't come with traditional accessories, but he has a Bat-Mite pack-in. I don't really consider Bat-Mite to be an accessory, as a whole other character, but of course, if they put him in a package like this and charge $17, that would be some BS right there. Now this is Commissioner Gordon, technically from the 70s cartoon, but he can easily work in as a fill-in for your 66 TV show Gordon. Now, I think it's clever that they would release him for the cartoon to sort of fill in your TV show version, since they can't make a TV show version. But in some ways, I got mixed feelings. Whoever owns his estate or likeness rights couldn't come to agree with McFarlane, or they just don't want to make a figure of him, or they want too much money. I don't really know all the details. But, I mean, in some ways, you should say they should respect his wishes. But the other time, it's like, well, he tried, so he's going to do this instead. I don't know why he couldn't make Yvonne Craig's Batgirl figure from the show, and he had to make her from the comics, because Mattel made one of her. I don't know, maybe since she passed away, whoever now owns her likeness wouldn't allow it. Wanted too much money, who knows. But McFarlane did try for both him and Batgirl, and they had to go an alternate route, and I'm happy they did, because I really wanted Commissioner Gordon to join the 66 collection. So let's take a look. Now, he's a suited guy, and I'm a sucker for suited figures. I love them. I'll tell you, the hair looks good, the face looks good, the mustache, the glasses. You can kind of move out of the way and see what his face would look like underneath. Now, he looks a little bit different from the TV show Gordon, but I think he works just fine to fill in. He's got this gray suit, black tie, white shirt, single-jointed elbow, single-jointed knee, some dress shoes. Now, these figures are a little bit smaller than I'd like, but I still really do like them. They're a lot of fun. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which I think is very well done. I think he looks terrific. And now for Bat-Mite. It's been a while since we got a Bat-Mite figure. It is a completely different character. Bat-Mite is this ridiculous sort of imp from another dimension. He's always causing chaos and making things crazy backwards, and he's just sort of a fun, goofy character. Now, you'd never see Bat-Mite in one of the Chris Nolan movies, but you know what? I could maybe see him in the Adam West TV show. If you don't have a Bat-Mite figure, this one will work for your McFarlane DC Multiverse collection, at least scale-wise. Style-wise, he's very cartoony, but Bat-Mite the character is very cartoony indeed. We'll check him out with all my other Bat-Mite figures in just a sec. In the meantime, let's take a look at him. Very goofy looking, very animated. Purple sort of bat costume. He has M for Bat-Mite. He's got different shades of purple, light, dark, and then, I don't know, the gloves and boots are almost a little bit pink. He has a cape going on the back, bat ears on the top, and he has 0 articulation, which is kind of disappointing. He's pre-posed with his arm sticking up. I would much rather have a Bat-Mite that is in sort of a normal pose, but this works, and I am a fan of Bat-Mite just because he's so obscure. I mean, it's a very stupid, dumb character, but I love the obscure members of the Bat family and the rogues. Face, just kind of basic. His skin is kind of green too. I remember the show. I've seen the show a long time ago, but I rewatched the first couple episodes when I knew about this wave. And Bat-Mite would always go and just screw everything up because he wanted to help Batman and Robin and Batgirl and help crime fight, and he'd just mess up everything he would ever touch. And he'd always say, "I was just trying to help." So Bat-Mite here is a pretty small figure. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right at 2 inches tall. If you go to the top of the ears, about 2.3 inches tall. So here are all of my different Bat-Mite figures. Can you believe this is my 5th Bat-Mite figure? And some are a little taller than others, but they really all fit in with the 6 and 7 inch scale. Bat-Mite is a weird creature from another dimension. I can tell you where they're all from. Starting with the far left, this is a Mattel from Batman R.I.P. When Batman was in a Zernar costume, it was possible that he was interacting with Bat-Mite. It was possible it was all a drug-induced hallucination. The second one is also from Mattel, and that's from the Silver Age comics. Of course, the third one is from this 70's cartoon show. The fourth one is a DC Direct from the Silver Age comics. And the very last one, I believe, is a McDonald's Happy Meal toy from the Brave and the Bold cartoon. And I have all these guys, both open and unopened, even the Happy Meal version. And now, back to the Commissioner Gordon figure. So, he doesn't have any traditional accessories besides Bat-Mite. What could he come with? Maybe a gun, but of course, Warner Brothers doesn't allow DC figures to come with guns anymore. Really can't think of too many other things. Maybe like a rolled up newspaper or something like that. Happy with the Bat-Mite accessory. So now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing at about 6.2 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 15.5 centimeters. And now for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, it can rotate from side to side. It can actually look up and down a pretty decent amount. It can tilt its head just the tiniest bit from side to side. Shoulders, a ball joint, goes out way more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. Single jointed elbow. Now, I will say that little piece in his shoulder looks pretty bad there. Elbow goes in about 90 degrees with rotation. His wrist, traditional rotation. Torso is one solid piece. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs, old school style hips, forward that far. Back about that much. There is a single jointed knee below that. And it has rotation too. And the ankle appears to be connected to the leg. Still, I'm pretty pleased as a whole with the figure. Here's a look at Commissioner Gordon sitting at his desk in his office. And then who shows up? Bat-Mite. And here's Gordon on the rooftop of the GCPD headquarters, hitting the signal. Batman and Robin responding to his call. Now let's check them out. Next is some of their action figures, starting off with some of their Commissioner Gordon, Jim Gordon figures. Here's this McFarlane, the New Adventures of Batman Jim Gordon, next to a couple of Jim Gordon as Batman figures by McFarlane in their DC Multiverse line. Not your traditional Jim Gordon, but Jim Gordon nonetheless. And here he is, next to a DST, War Diamond Select Toys, Gotham TV show Jim Gordon. Then, next to all of my DC Direct and DC Collectibles Jim Gordon figures, we have 6 of them in his sort of normal attire, shirt, tie, trench coat, maybe police gear, and then we have a couple of them as Batman. We have Jim Gordon in the giant rookie suit, and then Jim Gordon in the actual bat suit. And now, with a Mezco 112 Collective Jim Gordon, then, with all my Mattel Jim Gordon figures, we have Jim Gordon in the bat suit, Jim Gordon in his giant rookie suit, a couple Movie Master Jim Gordon figures, and then an older Mattel, the New Batman Adventures Jim Gordon, not to be confused with the New Adventures of Batman. Here are all of my traditional looking Jim Gordon figures, in regular attire or police outfits. Here's a look at all of my different Jim Gordon action figures. We've gotten quite a few lately, and over the years, quite a few more. The next one that's come out that I'm aware of are going to be the two different variations of the McFarlane DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Commissioner Gordon for the lockup wave, both the regular and the Platinum Chase variants, and then I believe McFarlane is going to be doing a mega figure of the Rookie to add to that collection. They're making all the different versions of Jim Gordon, except for the ones that I really want, which is a comic-style Jim Gordon. Come on, McFarlane, fingers crossed, please. And while technically not a Commissioner Gordon figure, here's this Gordon next to a DST, Diamond Select Toys, Westworld figure. This is played by Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright also played Commissioner Gordon in The Batman, and so that's what I use this guy for. Now let's check him out next to some other McFarlane retro 1966 Batman figures. Here he is, next to the entire wave. We have Batgirl, Robin, Batman, Bat-Mite, Gordon, Joker, and the Riddler. Although technically these are not from the 1966 show, they're from the 70's cartoon, The New Adventures of Batman, which is sort of a continuation of the universe to a point. Now there's also a Platinum Chase variant of Batgirl out there. I'm looking for two of her. If anybody has a lead and where I might be able to get one, please drop me a line in the comments below. Much appreciated. And here he is, next to the previous wave of 66 figures. These figures are also not from the show, but from the comic spin-off, which is definitely a continuation of the 1966 classic TV show universe. This wave consists of the Batman robot, Superman, Lord Deathman, and then Joker as Batman. There is a Platinum Chase variant of Lord Deathman out there as well, and he has eluded me for a very long time. I'm looking for two of him as well. If anybody has a clue where I might be able to get one for a reasonable price, drop me a line in the comments below. And then, next to the wave before that, this wave consists of Batgirl from the 66 comic, and then Batman and Robin with Oxygen Max from the TV show. Now Batgirl, similar to Commissioner Gordon, they couldn't make Batgirl from the TV show because they didn't have the likeness rights to Yvonne Craig. They did try, but weren't able to get them. So they made her from the comic. Little clever, dirty dogs, you, McFarlane. They did try to do it the right way, so, it is what it is. Commissioner Gordon, they were unable to make him from the show, so they made him from the animated show. And I love this figure. And now, with the wave before that, we have Batman in the radioactive cowl from the TV show, King Tut from the TV show, and then Two-Face from the 66 comic. And here's the wave before that. This wave consists of Egghead from the TV show, then a black and white Robin and Riddler, also from the TV show because a lot of people had black and white TVs back then. Here's a look at Commissioner Gordon, next to the Adam West Batman, the Burt Ward Robin, and the Yvonne Craig Batgirl. These are all based off the TV show, except for Batgirl, she's from the comic, but looks pretty much the same, and I think Gordon fits along with them just fine. And here he is, with Mattel's version of Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. And now, next to all the different Bat Rogues that McFarlane has made in their 66 collection, the first two on the left, Two-Face and Lord Deathman, are from the comics, and then King Tut, Mr. Freeze, Joker, Penguin, Riddler, and both versions of Catwoman are all from the TV show. And finally, here he is, next to the Mattel 66 Rogues. They only made the main four, Riddler, Joker, Penguin, and Catwoman. Here he is, next to a Mattel DC Multiverse 1966 Ellen Napier Alfred figure, then with a NECA 66 Adam West Batman, and now with a custom Adam West Bruce Wayne in civilian attire. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix him with, both him and Bat-Mite for that matter. Since he's a McFarlane 1966 retro figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and some SH Figure Arts action figures. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends, and some Mafex figures. Here's Gordon, next to an off-brand container of Tums. And here he is, next to some Mattel and Mezco DC figures. Then, with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct figures. Next, with some DST or Diamond Select Toys, and some Jack-specific wrestling figures. And finally, here he is with some McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. So overall, I really like this Commissioner Gordon figure. And Bat-Mite's okay too. Bat-Mite, he's kind of crappy. He looks goofy. He's in this pre-pose state. No articulation. But still really cool to get an obscure character like Bat-Mite. and especially not to buy something else. He's just an accessory or a pack-in. But now back to Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon is fantastic. I love suited figures. I love Batman figures. I love McFarlane toys. This guy meets all that criteria. Now, I do prefer the 7-inch scale to the 6-inch scale, but this guy is not that small. He fits in perfect with Marvel Legends or Mafex, that sort of stuff. I think he looks good. The white hair, the mustache, the glasses, it's all there. He is sort of a basic retro figure, but I like him a lot. I think they did an excellent job with this guy. If I were to rate this figure set, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Just really, really liking this Gordon, and Bat-Mite is just an extra plus or bonus. Next, I'm going to review the entire wave, but I was really excited for Gordon and Bat-Mite, so I wanted to make sure I did a video on him by himself. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.